Hey guys, so I'm going to be talking about fractions. Okay, so I have over here a half, one half and another half. So these are halves. That's one half. And then here's a quarter, there's 4, and there's 2, and then here's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is, so I'm going to be playing a game. Okay, so Noah's going to be answering the questions. Okay, Noah, what is this?
A half.
How could you write a half?
You do a line in the middle.
Sorry, what do you do?
A line.
A line in the middle, yeah.
Write a 2 on the bottom.
You write a 2 on the bottom, yeah.
And a 1 at the top.
Good job. So this here, my friends, is 1 half. Could you by any chance tell me what this is?
That is a quarter.
Quarter. How could you write a quarter?
Well, you could do a line in the middle again. You write a 4 on the bottom and a 1 at the top.
Great. Good job. And that is quarter. We're also going to be learning about an eighth. And then I said you have to go. Actually make it. So what is this?
That is an eighth.
Let's make sure, because this is tricky. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. How could you write an 8?
Line in the middle.
Line in the middle.
An 8 on the bottom. And a 1 at the top.
Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to draw one last thing. So that's that is called fractions. So a fraction. So these are called fractions. Okay, so that's fractions. It is quite difficult. Okay, here is beautiful darling Noah. So remember, memorize. 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 So here's Noah. Okay, so we're also going to be learning about fractions, but it's going to get trickier. Okay, so as Brooke was saying, that is a half.
Half. How simple is that?
That's easy. But it's going to get harder. What happens if I go like this?
Really do it with my hand. No, stop.
Voila. Okay, what happened if I do that?
That would turn into
that would change the number at the top.
making into 2. Because one of the halves got coloured in.
And
Let's
what happens if I go like this? This makes
a one
whole.
And that will change the number
Yep, into 2.
into 1. do one. So that there will be
A 1 at the top.
top, a line, and
a
one.
2. That's a hole.
There's one.
A 1.
That's a hole.
Okay, so now we're going to get a little more trickier into quarters. Okay.
And by the way, it has to be equal, even though that's not as equal. It has to be equal.
If you use a ruler, it will be much equaler. So, as you were saying, that is
That quarter.
a quarter. But what
4.
happens if I go like this? That means the number will change into a 3.
3.
And that would be, if you take this out, that would make this shape.
So it will make
It's
a
like
semicircle.
a quarter of a sandwich. If you break it apart,
Can I do something after you?
if you break it apart, look, it's a quarter of a sandwich.
Yummy! That
now-
makes me hungry.
Me too. Okay, but if we color in 2 parts, if you're a very clever mathematician, what do you think this will equal, Brooke?
Well, you'll do a line in the middle. And that kind of is like a half. So you'll do won't do a 4. It's a half colored in 1. So you'll do 2 down the bottom. And actually, no, that's correct. A 2 and a 4.
And this equals a half.
And half.
Okay, now we're going to get a little more trickier now. Okay, now we're going to learn about eighths. As you were saying, this is an eighth. Just make sure that we've got 8. Yep, correct. We've got 8. So,
So we're
if you colour 1 in and bring it out, that's a triangle. It's like a cone shape. You know how there's a 3D cone shape?
like an ice cream.
Yeah. So like, let's say you're drawing an ice cream. It's like a cone shape. Okay. As you were doing. And the number would be you'll put 7 at the top. Now, as we were doing, sorry, this marker doesn't really work.
You can do any shape. But
So-
it has to be equal.
Yeah. So let's
Like
say,
a triangle is really, really tricky.
but if you break this part, if you break this part, that will equal a little square, but it's supposed to be a big square. And you can make many shapes out of it. But they have to be they have to be
Boys.
equal.
Boys.
They have to be equal.
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 Just hold it.
Equal.
No, we're taking forever. This is longer than I did.
Now I'll pass you on to Brooke again, and I'll be right back after her. Don't you worry. Okay, 1 minute. Just equal it. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so could do. So we're going to try and work out how to do it with. Wait, just hold this for 1 second. We need the computer.
So it's a triangle. It's very difficult because that's not really even. There's a triangle. Then there's another triangle. And then there's another triangle. So focus on that. And then there'll be like a square. They turn out, but they're not really the same. So I'm gonna try and work out. I can do a line there and then there. That actually could work out pretty well. Not really. Okay, so come with me. Noah. So, I'll be back. Noah. Okay, as Brooke was saying, so it's very difficult to do a triangle. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. So you can do it with any. So let's try with a diamond. It's not really an equal diamond. I can't put a line in the middle. Look how unequal that is. Because as Noah was saying, that's a mini comb with some ice cream. And that's a gigantic cone with some yummy ice cream. So it's very difficult. So it's very difficult to do it with a triangle. But I'm going to try to do it with a diamond. But it's also good to trace some